This is an engine bay, and that is a TB42. And this time, we're slamming that TB42 into my 1996 Nissan GQ Patrol Ute. So if you haven't watched the previous parts for this car, what are you doing? Go watch them. First off, we stripped out the entire interior. There was things living in here, growing in here. It was thick with dirt and mud inside here, even sand. It was filthy in here. So got all that, got all the animals that were living in here out, whatever they may have been. Then we did the rust repairs, completely replaced the gutters. There was nothing left of them. A bit in the floors and a bit somewhere else, I can't remember. Painted it. Going through the stages of making it look nice at the moment. This is all new paint. Got all his spares on the back. There is a load, and it is piled sky high. Got the transmission in as well. I didn't video that, I probably should have, but oh well, it's in there now with new transmission mounts. I've taken the diffs out, looked at them, had a good look over them. Same with the axles, all that. The full drive line's been somewhat redone. I had to replace one of the back axles because it was cracked. I have put completely new suspension bushes in it, changed out the tyres, had a look at the brakes, and that is all well. Rust proofed the frame, everything like that. And now I'm up to the point where it's time, probably now, to slam a motor in this thing. So I did have a TB42, which is underneath here, and I didn't video disassembling it, but it was a full motor. I disassembled it. You'll see all the parts around here, and basically the thing is rubbish. The block has two cylinders that are completely destroyed. One has holes melted through it, and the other one is, I don't know, I guess seized it's been, and it's just gouged the cylinder to the point where it's gone through the liner. So that is rubbish, and I don't have the money to rebuild it, being only 17. So I went and bought this, a TB42. So this is like the brother engine of the TD. Same 4.2 litre capacity except petrol, and this one's carburetor, so I won't have to mess around with EFI, getting that all wired up and whatever else that would need. So this will be pretty simple, and I can tune it myself, that kind of thing. So I've got the bell housing there that needs to go on, and a few other bits that need to go in here, and it should just drop in and bolt right up. I have no idea what the inside of this motor was like. I do have a video of it running, and it's meant to have 150,000 Ks on it, but I bought it for $100, so who knows. I can't really lose anything on it. All the parts should pretty much swap over from the TD to the TB, so any flash parts I had on that I'll put on this, so likely the clutch, that kind of thing, that'll handle a bit more torque than this petrol one. Extractors, all that kind of thing, it'll all bolt on. But anyway, let's get into that. First things first, I'm gonna unbolt the other bell housing, take it off, and put this one on once I've pressure washed it. So let's get into that. New motor, old motor. Hopefully good, definitely not good. This thing had a good crank, good cam, good valve train, all that. Pistons are rubbish, or at least two of them are completely hashed. The rest of it's okay, apart from the harmonic balancer. That's hashed as well, and the block, I don't know which cylinder, probably one down in there, and this this one here. Probably can't see that, but totally rubbish. We're back and it's time to slap that motor in. I've organised today to put this in, but I got to take the power steering pump off first, so hopefully it slides in a little bit easier. And then we'll just lower it into here, mate it up to the transmission, and hopefully it goes well. So as you can see, the motor is in, but it is an absolute mess in here, and I do not know what goes to where everything goes. It's a real mess, but I'm going to keep going and put the headlights on, maybe the grille, probably not the radiator yet because I want to do some more stuff in here. Yeah, I'll button up some of this front stuff and hopefully it comes out looking alright. So I've been doing a lot of off-camera wiring, as you can see. I've wired in the battery, fair whack of the stuff under the dash, get that out of the way. Starter motor's all wired in and working. I've got the coil kind of mocked up here how it will work. It's got to be tidied up and that, but it is wired into the ignition and that, and I had none of that because the diesel doesn't have a coil system. Dizzy's wired in, all that, so it is time to have a crack at getting this thing started, and it is going to be loud with open headers. as you can see, it runs, although it is a huge mess in here. So today I'm going to be cleaning all this up because I still haven't got that clutch master and some bits that I need to make this drive. But I did get from a guy that was wrecking some a whole heap of parts, so I will see what's different on these, check out some wiring stuff, put on some power steering hoses, and maybe connect up my power steering, which is down there, and just generally tidy this up as much as I can because this is a mess. But yeah, that's for today. Let's get to it. Clutch bits are all in and bled. I ended up getting a new slave and master cylinder, but that's alright. So now it's time to start this thing up and see if it will drive. The clutch feels pretty good, and I've already tested it out with the starter motor, with the motor ignition coil unhooked, just to see if the clutch actually worked, and it did. So hopefully this thing should move now.